Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums. We're in No Man's Sky, and this is the new Beacon update. And look at this artwork, isn't it freaking glorious? Heck yes, it is. Let's scroll on down on here and let's have a better look. See, Beacons introduce an update 5.7. Oh, look, we've got ourselves a trailer, people. I'm going to hit play, but I'm going to mute it because I'm going to get flagged otherwise. Let's jump on over and let's have a better look at this. So it looks like they've had a bit of an overhaul to the actual settlements itself. Of course, you may want to listen to this with all the sound on, but I can't, sadly, because that tune they've chosen is copyrighted. So looking at the top corner there, you can see some of the bits that they're bringing in. New building stats have been added, inhabitant details as well, and a few new building types, citizen dilemmas, upgrades to buildings. There's fishing ponds that can be added as well. Huge robot towns, apparently, as well. Firework parties. What, the actual flying fudge? All right, well, hopefully this is all going to make sense as we go through the actual patch notes. Squadron defenses. Yeah, fishing ponds. So you can actually assign your wingman to protect your base when you're not there. That's pretty darn freaking gnarly, isn't it? Oh, look, there's a firework party going on there. Management decisions. Okay, interesting stuff. All right, fair enough. I think we kind of get the idea. It's a massive overhaul to settlements predominantly, and we'll see what else the patch notes have to offer people. All right, cool. Yeah, a lot of it looks the same as before, though. There's a couple of new little structures planted about there. To what end, I'm not too sure. All right, well, hopefully it makes sense as we're going down. Oh, Nintendo Switch Deep Dive. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see if it's... Hopefully it's not got copyrighted music.
It's always so exciting to get our hands on a new platform. Our latest update for No Man's Sky, it's called Beacon, and it adds Nintendo Switch 2 support at launch.
Cool.
For the last year, we've had this little secret room hiding some dev kits. With the original Switch, we were pushing right at the edge of what was possible. No Man's Sky on Switch 2 is just a huge leap forward. The extra horsepower, it allows us to add full multiplayer for the first time on Switch 2.
Full multiplayer.
Cross-save and cross-play are there from day one, allowing players a seamless experience across devices.
Awesome.
We've massively pushed the density and level of detail out. We're rendering significantly more than before at a much higher resolution and also an increased frame rate.
Brilliant.
Our latest update, Beacon, it adds these huge, dense robot towns. You can upgrade the settlements. Each inhabitant has their own little backstory. This just wasn't possible before and is new for Switch 2.
Okay.
On the original Switch, we were maybe the only developer to support FSR. It was real technical wizardry. And we're building on this.
Wow.
On Switch 2, the game looks incredibly sharp and high-res. We've upped texture density across the board and increased resolution significantly in both handheld and TV mode.
No way.
The UI is super crisp. We support touchscreen, gyro controls, cross-save, multiplayer. Just so many little touches that make No Man's Sky such a natural fit on handheld.
Oh, man.
From day one, new players are benefiting from 9 years of updates.
Nice.
Tons of huge additions. We've been working on this for over a year. I'm super proud of what the team has achieved.
That is impressive.
Our Switch 2 edition is just another free update for existing players. We can't wait for you to see it for yourself.
Okay. That was pretty cool. I've got to say that is pretty darn freaking cool. All right, cross-play, cross-save as well. Also coming over to Nintendo Switch 2. Oh my days. Okay. Oversee multiple settlements. Become the overseer of up to 4 settlements. Managing townships on the frontier of multiple welts. Each with their own set of citizens and challenges. Govern your settlers wisely and invest in their infrastructure to enable each settlement to flourish. producing lucrative resources and becoming an invaluable base of operations throughout your journey. Okay, well, it's a little bit weird. I fired up the game, and I was trying to get myself a secondary settlement, and for whatever reason, I couldn't actually find a second settlement. It wouldn't let me when I was popping my settlement charts. I'd have to continue trying, I suppose. As an overseer, review a history of your settlement's accomplishments and statistics achieved throughout your tenure. Improved record keeping now documents your influence on the citizenship's happiness, the number of sentinel attacks successfully repelled and new infrastructure constructed, and more. Okay, lovely. That's kind of nice. Pyrotechnic spectacles. Significant events in settlements include firework festivals, new citizens, successful expeditions, building constructions, and more. Will now prompt the settlers to celebrate with fireworks in the town centre. Okay, well, that's kind of nice. I mean, some of these buildings do look freaking ace, it has to be said. Very nice. Autophage settlements. Discover rare autophage settlements populated by secretive robot life forms and assembled from scrap and crystal. Travellers who have encountered the autophage can join these settlements as an overseer, and those that have earned their trust may receive a special invitation. A special invitation, you say? Okay. Inspect building details. Inspect settlement structures from their building details terminal. Each building provides an ongoing contribution to the settlement's productivity and happiness levels, and some can provide special features to boost the entire settlement. Nice. Very nice indeed. Weathered construction materials. Adopt rusted aesthetics for your bases with a new set of weathered and rusted surfaces. Pretty nice. Timber stone alloy structures. Nice. So a lot of more building textures. I think the building community are going to love that. Deep settlement management. The underlying systems controlling the settlements have been completely reworked for greater choice and depth. Every building now has its own calculated contribution to the happiness of the population, productivity of the settlement, making construction choices more important than ever. Choose carefully which buildings to upgrade as you specialise your construction effort to improve your citizens' lives or their revenues. Okay, settler personalities. Okay, cool. Conversing with your settlers can now reveal an information page about each of them, providing into their personality strengths and weaknesses and quirks, as well as skills and specialities, such as bakers or musicians. I'm not seeing a way to dismiss them. And I doubt we'd be able to go and hire other ones from inside of the verse, like from stations and things, which would be pretty darn cool. Citizen disputes have been completely reworked and expanded, removing the ambiguity from the scenarios described at presenting the overseer with much wider pools of resolutions. Determine your own moral stance on the quarrels of your citizens or fire them. Everybody is at fault. Okay, interesting. Dismiss everyone. I set up a settlement earlier, a brand new one. I could not find this console for love nor money inside my settlement. It was proper weird. Yeah. Anyway, I'll do a video on that later. Okay, customise your settlement. Nice. So you can have it looking however you like. This is nice. Settlement buildings can now be upgraded to higher classes, increasing their utility enhancements and appearance, granting them prestige names, and raising their overall status. I like it. That's pretty darn cool. Autophage settlers. Some of the highly agnamic autophage have built settlements of scrap metal and adamantium. They live safely cloaked, only visible when scanned with specialist technology. The thoughts of these secretive robotic life forms and their fragments meaning understandable to their overseer. Interesting. Okay. Squadron. It doesn't tell you exactly how you go about finding these. Squadrons. Defend your settlement. Travellers who have recruited pilots to their squadron now benefit from additional defence against pirate raids as brave pilots scramble their ships to defend the settlements. Pretty cool. It doesn't tell you how you actually assign your wingman to protect your settlement. This is cool. What the fudge is going on there? That's bizarre. How the devil? Okay. Exosuit voice options. The AI exosuit narrating your journey can now speak with a masculine voice or be silenced entirely. Oh, I like it. Okay. I'll have to play with that in the options. Settlement fishing. Relax at the water's edge. Settlement fishing pools. Okay, yeah, I found that when I was doing my little run through when I was live earlier. Richer citizen guidance. A variety of new management decisions are available to the overseer, reflecting on the consequences of previous choices. Blessings and specialist workers will return to the benefits of settlement. And new scenarios will arise, such as commissioning artwork or helping name a newborn citizen. Okie dokie. This all seems to be very surface level texty type stuff. Captain Steve, oh Captain Steve, oh Captain. Heck yeah. Why not hit that like and subscribe? Thank you very much. It's not like you can hire and fire your own populace, you know. Settlements that are clear of debt now have far greater range of options for resource production. Each resource is tied to particular buildings' upgrade levels, allowing the overseer who develop a farming arrangement. Okay, right. So depending on what you do in your town, gives you a list of things that you can then produce. I like that. I like that a lot. An essential base of operations. Structures at your settlement will now offer deeper interactivity in gameplay. Converse with a guild envoys at marketplaces. Really? Probe deeper space from towers. Cool. Determine soundtrack at the saloon. Pretty cool. Deconstruct starships at landing pads. Purchase new multi-tools from factories and more. That's interesting. New multi-tools. Interesting. Okay, and then we've got like yeah, the FS, the frame rates and all that sort of shenanigans. Nice. That does look pretty cool. Player voice options. Player vocalization such as breathing or exertion when running can now be customized to several different voice types, varying in pitch and character. Okay. The Vile Brood seeks hosts. Right, okay. So this is where it shows how your settlements can come under attack. It looks like they can come under attack by the Vile Brood. The dangers that threaten a planetary settlement are now much more varied. Sentinel forces seeking to eliminate settlements now include waves of repair drones, summoners, heavy corrupted, and standard drones, leading to more interesting and tactical combat encounters. The vile insect queen and her brood have also developed a new curiosity about these delicious populated points of interest. Lovely jubbly! So that can happen, can it? That could be fun. Autophage base parts. These are all the new base parts that we've got inside a game now, which is pretty darn lovely. You can get those from the base terminal up inside the spatial anomaly, and there's a shed load of them to be unlocked. There's 3 pages worth of bits and bobs. Settlement event balance. Sentinel incursion events have been rebalanced so that settlements call their overseer to return to defend them less frequently. The range of citizen management decisions settlers can ask of you guidance have been expanded, and rewards for doing so have been adjusted more excitingly to the busy overseer. The range of stat boosting special features that a settlement can acquire has been tripled to 18. Okay. Stat boosting special features. Does it actually show them? It doesn't, does it? It doesn't actually show. Okay, interesting. Survey your empire. Use the quick menu to access your settlement register from anywhere, allowing the overseer to quickly access the stats of all their managed settlements, view debt, progress, production status and history, and even retire as an overseer. Okie doke. I tried to get 2 settlements earlier. It wasn't letting me do it. It didn't give me a console. I think my settlements might be a bit broken. A flourishing settlement benefits from the entire solar system, with the local economy receiving a boost from its wealth. That's good. I like that. That's cool. Righto, so technically if I go and find myself a real low economy and stick a lovely settlement on it and get up to 8S class, it might improve the economy of the actual system. That's good to know. I'm going to be purposely looking for low economy systems then. The mechanism for snapping structural base parts has been revisited, greatly improving the building experience and when placing... Yeah, I noticed this when I built a wall earlier. It sort of gave a ghost part. It was a lot more intuitive. Cross-save full release. There we go, people. So if you was waiting in beta, it looks like it's coming for full release across all platforms. Lovely jobs. Okay, and that's pretty much the end of the patch notes. Holy fudge, that's a lot of patch notes, isn't it, people inside the verse? There's me doing my old photoshopping stuff there in the background, people. But that's everything I've got for you. That's the patch notes. I'm going to be jumping into game and seeing if I can work out how to get myself established with multiple settlements. That video's coming soon. Until then, goodbye, goodbye, goodbye again. Enjoy the Beacons update.